A dinosaur saw it, which slowly starts coming to the well to eat it. The easier this road seemed, the more difficult it was. This made the dinosaur very angry. It comes very close. The film starts with a voice in the background, which was telling that our world is very big and never going to end. And just like our land, a planet is coming from it. Solaris, where there was a life like humans. They had a very good world. They were living very comfortably. Although this time was not today, but 65 million years ago. But still, the people of Solaris were so advanced that they could easily go to any other planet. They could travel anywhere. We write the main character of this story, Miles, who lived with his wife and daughter in Solaris. And at this time, a sea was coming to the shore. His daughter had a deadly disease, whose treatment was so expensive that Miles did not have that much money. So that's why he decided to go on a space mission. That means because he is a pilot himself, a team of scientists was going to take him to another planet. And he had to go on this mission for about 2 years. And he will get his daughter's treatment from the money he gets from the mission. He had to do this for his daughter, and there was no other way. Before leaving, Miles's daughter tells him that, "Dad, I will wait for you. I know that you will definitely return safely." And with this, Miles leaves for his mission. We are shown the time after 2 years, when we see Miles's spaceship flying in the sky. That means he was very close to his destination. He was moving forward when many pieces of rock suddenly come and collide with his spaceship. This incident becomes so dangerous that the whole spaceship starts shaking violently. In this state, Miles also opened his eyes. He himself comes and starts screaming the spaceship. Because at this time, everyone else was in deep sleep. They were sleeping in the chambers, and this spaceship was screaming on the auto. The sleep in which all those people were sleeping. It is such a sleep that when a person does not want to increase his life, just keep it at the age at which he left his planet. When he reaches the same age on the other planet, then a J-bars is used for this purpose. Thus his age is saved. The attack of the pieces of rocks was very high, due to which many parts of the spaceship were damaged. Now, seeing these circumstances, he decides that I will take this spaceship to a nearby planet, because the ship was not going to go further. But as soon as he reaches that planet, he does not see anything properly due to the strong wind. The spaceship collides with a very large rock, due to which this time the spaceship is so damaged that all the chambers are destroyed. Everything was destroyed. Even Miles's condition was very bad. He comes out and sees if anyone is alive. But when he destroys all the chambers, he understands that all the scientists have died except me. He is satisfied that this planet is at least suitable for humans to live. It is absolutely fine. It will be sustained. There is water to drink, flowers and leaves to eat, and the environment is absolutely right to live and breathe. But he did not realize that not only life, but there were other big dangers here. Looking at this planet, it was just like our world, because it was the Earth. But it was not our world in which we are living now. But 65 million years ago, when the human civilization did not even start there, because there were no humans there, but big dinosaurs and creatures like them. Anyway, now he sends all the information of this planet to his base and tells him what happened to him. He remembers that there were 2 small spaceships in our spaceship that were useful in the case of emergency, but he had no idea where they would have fallen. And because those ships were very strong, Miles decides that now I will find them and somehow try to go to my planet. Now he was not getting anything to eat. On top of that, such a difficult situation, because of which once Miles thinks of killing himself. But when he thinks of his daughter, he stops. Looking at his videos and pictures, he starts remembering. Anyway, he gets a signal on the screen that a voice is coming from one of those chambers, because someone was still alive in it. Miles quickly goes to the chambers to check if someone is really alive. After a lot of searching and investigating, he found the chamber. When he opened it, he had a little girl inside, who was the age of his son. He takes her with him and asks her, "Who are you, son? Where did you come from? And what was the plan of your entire group?" The girl speaks, but her tongue was completely different from Miles's. This is the reason why he does not understand what she is trying to say, what language she is speaking. Then he remembers that he had found a diary in the chamber. After reading it, Miles finds out that the girl's name is Koa. Anyway, the next morning Miles goes to explore this planet thoroughly. Along with that, he was also trying to find his little spaceship. There were a lot of volcanoes here, which were also volcanic, one of which is a lot, and the skeleton of a very large dinosaur was also lying there. Miles now takes out his high-tech device, which was a GPS, meaning it used to find anything. Through it, Miles finds out that his little spaceship has fallen on a mountain about 15 kilometers away from here. To see the way ahead, he just peeps at it. The little dinosaur's child attacks him. It was stuck to his neck, but Miles was lucky. He had an electric gun, which was quite advanced. He first kills the dinosaur's child with a gun, then kills it with a single shot, and he saves his life and comes back to the child. He tells him about all this, that we will have to cross the beach as soon as possible and reach there so that we can get out of here. But after hearing him, Koa tries to explain that the chambers in which we came My parents were also there, and I will not go anywhere without them. But Miles knew that all the chambers were destroyed, so no one was left. He hides this from the child and explains it to him, but Koa was not ready to listen to anything. So Miles lies to him that your parents are also on that mountain. So come with me. We have to reach that mountain as soon as possible. For which he agreed, and now they leave after making all their preparations. They try to reach their destination, but the easier this path seemed to him, it was many times more difficult, surrounded by dangers. Because at this time, not only the walking, but also the flying dinosaurs, and God knows how many such creatures were there, which could attack them at any time. Now they both hide and move ahead from a large field and enter the jungle. There were also many dinosaurs and creatures here, who were trying to harm them, but Miles was killing them with his electric gun and saving himself and Koa. They get a fountain from where they drink water, wash their faces, and relax a little. Miles then sits on a tree trunk and tries to find out with the help of his GPS that how far his spaceship is now. But then suddenly the tree breaks. Miles falls on the ground very hard, causing his opposite arm to be very injured. Hearing the sound of the tree breaking, 2 or 3 big dinosaurs start coming this way to attack Miles. But luckily he had some bombs with him, which Miles was breaking on those dinosaurs and killing them, and thus saving himself. While this witch runs away from there to save her life and hides in a place. But soon he realizes that I've come to the wrong place, because this place was the place of all the flying creatures. They used to come and sit here, so now to escape from them, she tries to go up the broken tree and save her life. But by mistake, a voice was born from it. A flying dinosaur saw it, which slowly starts coming to Koa to eat it. She was very scared because there was no way to escape. The dinosaur had come very close, and then suddenly attacked and grabbed her clothes, and pulled Koa to take her with him. Miles saw this, he follows the dinosaur and finally shoots his gun and saves Koa's life. He was very scared, his condition was not good. So Miles picks him up on his back and continues to the mountain, because he was seeing his daughter somewhere in Koa, which he had left on his planet 2 years ago. It was evening while traveling. It was dangerous to roam in such places. So these people decide to go to the cave and spend the night there. Here, Miles checks his GPS again to see how far he is from the ship. But the thing that Miles found out, he was shocked to know. The pieces of the rocks that had collided with Miles's spaceship were about to fall on the ground here. This will kill all the dinosaurs. They will turn into ashes. He understood everything and tells this to Koa too. But the next morning when she was about to leave, a big dinosaur came and attacked them. To save him, they want to go inside the cave. They find a small tunnel there, which was quite small in size. Miles blows up the bomb there, which made the size of the tunnel a little bigger. Just enough for Koa to pass through it, but not Miles. Now she passes. But Miles is left behind, on which he suddenly attacks the dinosaur. But Miles's electric gun, which was the load, sometimes shoots the dinosaur and saves his life. And somehow he came out of the tunnel, but he does not see Koa anywhere. He sees a lot of pieces of rocks coming towards the ground from the sky, which meant that he had to leave this planet as soon as possible, or he would be killed. And now he quickly runs to the place where the small spaceship was. But in the meantime, he accidentally falls into a very big dangerous pit. He tries a lot to get out, but the pit was swallowing him. He even calls out to Koa, but he could not see any hope of escaping. He was stuck inside. He drowns completely before he can help Koa. A long stick of wood from the tree, Miles throws it, and as he grabs it, he comes out. As soon as he comes out, he hugs Koa, as if she were his daughter, because he was very happy to be alive again. Then he tells her that now this planet is going to end soon. We have to leave. She travels all day, all evening, and finally reaches the spaceship before nightfall. Fortunately, nothing happened to this spaceship at all. It was absolutely fine. These people could have left. So without wasting time, Miles, as the spaceship starts, Koa comes out and starts looking for her parents. Because Miles had told her that your mom and dad will find the mountain's lizard. But very soon, she also realized that Miles had lied to me. Because in the spaceship accident, all the chambers were destroyed, including Koa's mom and dad. Miles tries to calm the child, but she was very angry and upset. So Miles apologizes to her and tells the truth that I did all this to save you and my life. And now hurry up. Let's get out of here, or we'll be buried under the rocks. Koa was crying. Now Miles is going to win her trust. He shows her his daughter's picture and says that I left on this space mission 2 years ago so that I can get my daughter treated with the money I earned. She is a life-threatening disease, and now if I could not reach on time, she would not be able to survive. He was giving love to her because he was seeing his daughter in her, so he wanted to save her life by any means. After taking her out of here, Koa gets emotional after hearing her and starts crying. And now the two quickly go and sit in the spaceship. But before they leave, they are attacked by the pieces of the rocks. But this attack was not enough because 2 more big dinosaurs had seen them, which also come and try to attack their spaceship and stop it. Now Mice knew that if we stay here, These dinosaurs will attack us and eat both of us. That's why he runs to the side and pays attention to the dinosaur to save Koa's life. As a dinosaur comes towards him, Mice shoots it with his electric gun and kills it. But he knew that another dinosaur is still alive. He quickly moves towards him. Miles also feels that now he will kill me. Because his gun was not loading again, the battery was low. The dinosaur had also come very close to him. But in the meantime, Koa, sitting in the spaceship, uses her brain. She plays a video to distract the dinosaur. As soon as he leaves, Miles got the chance to run away from there. But when the dinosaur did not get anything to eat, he again goes after Miles. And with this, the destruction of this planet had also come. Because all the volcanoes were exploding here. On top of that, the pieces of the rocks were also falling. The dinosaur was constantly being chased by it. Miles does not understand how to get rid of it. Then he gets an idea. He starts running near the volcanoes that explode from the ground. And then as a volcano explodes, the dinosaur comes to wrap it. But his skin was so thick that it did not make much difference. But now the dinosaur is very angry. To kill the mice, he comes very close to him. Miles also accepted his death by giving up. Because he had no place to go back now. It was a very difficult time. That's why she goes to Goa once again to save Miles. She jumps and comes close to the dinosaur's face and breaks his eyes. And now that he could not see anything, he comes to the top of a very big volcano. As soon as it explodes, a lot of acid and lava from inside it takes the dinosaur in its arms. And now it can finally be destroyed. As soon as the dinosaur dies, the skin of the dinosaur starts melting like acid. His life was saved. Soon they go and sit in the spaceship. Miles puts his planet's location and tries to get out of here as soon as possible. Meanwhile, all those pieces of the rock collide with their spaceship. But finally they were saved from here. They were very happy to have a new life. With their happiness, the film's unhappy ending.